everybody. My name is Denise Frakes. Many of you know me because you might have bought microfibers from me, or you know me from teaching residue-free classes or life coaching on stress reduction. You know, I'm here for you. I've been doing this a long time. But before I was selling microfibers, or I was a life coach, or anything, or a healthy home specialist, I was a cleaner. I was a cleaner for 26 years. I started doing other things well before I was done with cleaning, but I was a professional cleaner and I specialized in residue-free removal. Cleaning is a science. We've got to know that right now. We've got to know that cleaning is a science. Many of you have bought microfibers from me, or you may be using microfibers others. Normally, and when I'm doing windows or non-high contact areas, normally I am just using two microfibers, the EnviroCloth and the window cloth, and they are incredibly effective, and who knows, they may prove to be insanely effective on this virus, but there's no science to prove it. So we're going to go with what we absolutely know right now. We're going to add another element in here. So this is also microfiber because we want to keep using the technology of microfiber because there is nothing that breaks surface tension better than these microfibers and removal. And that is what we're going for because cleaning is the science of removal, not the science of applying chemical, okay? So in this section, we're going to be doing the washing step, then we're going to have a rinsing step and a drying step. This part is new to us, and I'm going to add this little element in here. And what we're doing here is we're adding the washing step. So we're going to have a washing step, a rinsing step, and a drying step. And in the washing step, we're going to be using soap. The two soaps I want you to, well, actually, there's three soaps you could use here. The three soaps I want you to use is your dishwashing liquid, whether it's Norwex or Dawn or whatever you have. Your dishwashing liquid is your best friend right now because it's got a lot of bubbles. And this type of cleaner is incredibly effective for breaking surface tension, but it's also really good for degreasing and breaking down proteins. Well, the virus has an outside coating on it that when it's got a lot of this soap on it, it disarms it, so it's not effective. So we're not in risk of having any exposure to this virus. It disarms the virus. So we're going to add the element of soap into this process to make sure we are maximizing everything we possibly could to keep our homes safe. So what do I mean by this? In our sink, I have a whole thing of hot bubbly water, and that is dishwashing liquid and hot water. That is what I'm talking about here. We are just going to be using hot bubbly water, dishwashing, and our microfibers. So again, we have this. So we're going to be using hot water. Hot water will activate our cleaners more than just cold water. Just like if you were trying to clean off the grease of a pan, you're going to be doing that. You're going to be using hot water because it works better. So hot water, dishwashing liquid. Then we're going to use the microfibers to help us break this surface tension. And then we're going to be using time. It is the basic thing we're doing to wash our dishes, to wash our hands. That is the science of cleaning. Time, heat, chemical, and agitation, rinsing and drying. That is what we do. The washing step has the time, heat, chemical, and agitation. That is about breaking surface tension, removing from the surface what doesn't belong. Then we have removal steps of rinsing and drying. It's so simple, but it's really important that we get this science. So I'm using the kitchen cloth here. It's got a woven fabric. You could also use the normal kitchen cloths that are microfibers because these microfibers used well remove 99% of germs. We don't have the science to know what it does for viruses, but we know the science enough to know it's a really amazing removal tool. So we have soap. We're going to be hot soapy water here, breaking surface tension. Okay, so you're working in a grid, your hand is flat, working in a grid, okay? And then we're going to add the damp microfiber, which is the EnviroCloth. We're going to do a rinsing step. And then we're going to use the window cloth to dry it. An interesting thing about this window cloth, they did some tests and they found out that this window cloth is a very good filter. They are about ready to make or donate 1 million masks made out of this window cloth because this window cloth is so effective the weave is so dense that they found that it is able to filter out 60% of the particles that are 0.4 microns or larger, which is incredible. So they are going to be making 1 million masks out of this specific microfiber, and they're going to have masks available for us here shortly. So as soon as they can get their production going and get them out, the donations go first, and then they're going to start having the other ones. So anyway, this is what we're using for removal. So the process is still the same. The only thing we're adding is we're adding a soap element here to make sure we're using this part of the science in this pie right now, because we need to disarm. If we can disarm the virus, then let's not, we're still doing residue-free cleaning, we're still doing mild means, we're still doing safe means, but we are disarming the virus with this soap element. We want to keep adding that, and by using hot water and effective removals, we're having these additional steps in here. This is really effective. You can use this system anywhere in your house. If I want to do a portable, I just add hot water and a little dishwashing liquid, probably about a 1/4 teaspoon or a 1/2 teaspoon per quart of hot water. Then I can spray this and go and do everything. If I have it in a bottle, of course, make sure you're spraying it down below. You're not spraying it in the air. We don't want to get any of those chemicals in our systems. The other thing that is really essential about working with microfibers is make sure we're taking very good care of them. If your microfibers are old, you've had them for over 2 years, I recommend, at least for your high contact areas and the areas you're doing for high quality, that you get new microfibers, because we want to make sure they're high quality. Also, you want to make sure you're not using dryer sheets, fabric softeners, or bleaches. The dryer sheets and the fabric softeners will put a coating on your microfibers, and if we have a coating on the microfibers, they are not going to be as effective. We need these to be at their highest quality, and the bleach breaks things down, and that breaks down all of our fabrics, not just the microfibers. And if you're going to be laundering them, I don't know if you know this, but Microfiber has a microfiber booster now. So what I use is the liquid or the powder to make sure I'm removing as much residue as I can from these microfibers. I run my washing machine on hot cycle, double rinse, and I do dry them in my dryer sheets. No fabric softeners, no dryer sheets. When I'm cleaning my microfibers, and just my microfibers, I put 1 scoop of a booster. So I use this, and then I add 1 scoop of a booster, and this is a microfiber booster specifically to break the residue off of these microfibers, okay? So I've got microfibers in my kitchens, I've got microfibers in my bathrooms, because every time I wash my hands, I want to make sure I'm removing as much as I physically can. These microfibers all have backlock in it, which is a silver filament that runs through these microfibers and is put in when it is in the liquid state, so it's embedded in there. That will help self-purifying. There's no tests for the virus, but we know it does help on bacteria. Hopefully that's another level, but we can't know for sure, but I like that extra. Anything we can do that's a little extra that is non-toxic to us is a good thing. Also, if you are doing disinfectants, I'm going to be doing another video on disinfectants. Please watch that. But the thing about disinfectants is they work better if the surface is residue free. There's nothing on there. If you are just applying disinfectant over and over, it is not going to be as effective as you think, and you have a false sense of security, and you probably have more chemical exposure than you need. So we need to make sure we got the science of our disinfectants. So please watch that. So if you have any questions, email me, message me, call me. I am here for you. The science of this microfiber is hugely important for us now for residue removal, but we want to add that soap element in here to make sure, and the hot water, to make sure that we are disarming that virus and doing that extra step of removal. So washing step, rinsing step, drying step, effective washing to keep these guys in good shape, okay? Simple, 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 simple. Any questions, call me. My name is Denise Frakes, denisefrakes.com. Please like and share this page. I am here for you, and we're all going to do good, okay? So hang in there. This is a wild thing, but cleaning is easy. Cleaning is the least of our worries, but we just need to do a really great job of it. All right. Thanks so much.